Hello. In this video, we will talk about this a special type of business model which is called no-frills. We must have heard of B2B and B2C type of business model. So no-frill is a special type of business model which enterprises use in order to give the value, the maximum value to the customer. So let's try to understand it in a little more detail. No-frills. The fundamental characteristics of a no-frill type of business model include minimal features, whether it is the decoration of the store or the layout, or in fact the product type also. There is nothing like premium which is attached to it, which brings down the cost. Hence, basic level feature are only provided for this type of business model. Second is the low or no marketing or brand ambassadors attached to it. Because brand ambassadors, marketing, everything has got a high cost associated with it. In fact, some organizations can go up to 20 or 30% also in order to market the product. So that is never done in terms of a no frills type of business venture. The third type is cost efficient operations. Things like large warehouse style store wherein we can keep high number of inventory is a cost efficient way wherein the operational cost can be brought down. In fact, the middleman in the value chain is also not kept so that the revenue leakage isn't happening. Thirdly, the self service. This is one of the options or alternates wherein the customer is supposed to pick and test the product themselves. There will be no salesperson to support them in that case. And in fact, things like checkout also has to be self-made without a salesperson, which further reduces the capex and opex cost related to the setup. Now, in the next video, I'll talk about one decathlon store where I went and shared across how on ground a no frills or a frugal type of setup looks like. So let's look at the video.
Hello, I am at the Decathlon Sports Center. Now, let's look at the flooring of the place, bare minimum, and the top floor, rather the roof, side walls, lighting, in fact, racks also. So everything is bare minimum and up to its basic level. The intent is that all that cost which is incurred in beautification of the place, lighting, and related nuances, in fact, packaging also, everything has been removed. In fact, the aggregators and the middlemen who are involved in the business also have been taken off. So the advantage is that there is around 30 to 40% of the saving in beautifying the things. That makes it no frills type of business model, and the cost which is saved is given back to the customer. So masses can get the same products at a cheaper price, and the same business model is what Walmart and other such like entities are using. So just wanted to give you an idea of the business model and how the no frills type of setup and the frugal setup is working in the businesses. Thank you.
Now, in the same store, we have a self checkout counter with no salesperson sitting here, and the customers have to come drop all their products into this box. And once this is done, the corresponding product scanned by the system automatically would be displayed here, and along with that, the cost also. Now, the accumulated cost has to be paid, which is done via the POS machine, which is here, or maybe via the UPI. So we see all this transaction is self checkout without any salesperson who is involved into that. And this is how technology is aligned in order to meet the business demand of self checkout without any salesperson intervention in that scenario. Architectural mindset for such type of businesses. It is not only that business has to work, but the technology which is underlying to meet those requirements also needs to be aligned. So generally we think as technical people that the best system or technology needs to be built on top of which the business will work. However, that is where we need to shift our mindset. First, understand the value to the business, and based upon the values which can be given, then build the technology on to support that business so that higher revenue and value can be given to the customer and the business. With this mindset, with this seismic shift, we will gain and have a long term strategic benefit for the organization and for the employees. That is all about the business model of no frills or the frugal, which many of the organizations, Decathlon, Walmart, DMart, and others are following. Hope you like this video. Thank you.